Welcome to the very first financial update on the channel. I decided to post this alongside the channel presentation because I want to share with you guys my finances since the beginning of 2025. In this way we will have a full picture at the end of the year and you will be able to see how my finances changed over the entire year, not just halfway through. In these updates I will break down how much I earned, how much I spent, how much I invested, and overall how much I'm worth financially. And yes, in real numbers. Before starting though, I just want to apologize because this video is going to be longer than the next one, since you don't know, of course, my background, you don't know my spreadsheet, so there are going to be a few things that I have to explain just once though. I promise the next financial updates are going to be shorter, hopefully. So in January, from my paycheck, I earned 2,080 euros. That's not what I usually expect. It was more than usual because it's difficult to explain. I'm sure it's not like that in other countries, but basically at the end of the year, in this case in January, if you've been paying too much taxes over the previous year, they basically give them back to you. What I can usually expect from my paycheck is around 1,300 euros base. Because of course I sometimes work overtime, sometimes I work at night, and sometimes I work in the weekends. So yes, that's an unusual month to start, but in a positive way, because of course I earned more than usual. And yes, usually I only have that type of income. I currently don't have any side hustle. I'm not concentrating too much on how much I earn, and as I will be able to tell you guys in the next minutes and in the next episode, I was kind of busy because I had another project with what was my best friend. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about it with you, don't worry. So my other earnings are just 10 euros. Oh, of course, I forgot all these numbers are in euros. Let me know in the comments if you wanted to, maybe in the next month I can just do it with dollars, or I can do it with both, let me know. So anyway, my only other type of earning is 10 euros. That's because my checking account, which is also my saving account, gives you 20 euros for every friend or person that you make join. Yeah, I had another YouTube channel with my best friend. It didn't go too well, that's why I'm not doing that anymore, and I started this on my own. So anyway, we had the channel, we were talking about basically the same things, and it was in Italian. This kind of promotion is mostly for Italians or Europeans anyway. Yeah, that month one of the subscribers clicked on it, so we got 20 euros that was split. So anyway, my earnings for January were 2,090 euros, of course. Talking about expenses, we can start with the section car. This month I didn't pay any insurance or any maintenance, not because I didn't have any. Yes, I have insurance, I just pay it once a year. Those 61.81 euros that you see are all for gas, because I need gas, of course. University, 3,062.5 euros. That's just how much it costs monthly. I mean, it's not exactly monthly. It's kind of weird. I don't pay it every month. I pay 500 euros every year for like the year subscription. And then it's like 2,000 euros a month for 8 months, plus 150 euros for every kind like exam that you take. Not exactly, but I'm going to talk about it in the future if you want. I don't think it's that important. Talking about fun, it's 168.22. Let me know what you think about this. In the end is basically the only thing where I can cut off what really influenced my savings. Yeah, I'm gonna just talk about it later. Let's just focus on the other expenses first. I had 11.7 euros for cigarettes, because yeah, I smoke. You're free to insult me in the comments. As I said in the presentation video of the channel, I want to bring you guys this journey in the most honest way. So even though it's something surely negative, I of course want to share it with you. Then there is like taxes. it's not really taxes. It's €7. It's just my SIM, how much it costs for the phone. I don't know where to put it, so I just made that category. And then it's other expenses. It's just 45.9 euros. So I didn't remember what they actually were, so I had to quickly check. It was just some subway tickets. One time I went to work in a different area, so I had to pay for the parking, and then there was like some kind of work dinner, not with my co-workers, but for the project that I had with my best friend. So anyway, this leaves me with 657.13 euros as expenses, and so I was able to save for the month of January 1,432.87 cents, which consists in a saving rate of 69%. I'm quite happy, I have to say. Of course, the numbers are kind of fake because I earned more than usual this month, but I'm happy that even though I earned more, I didn't overspend, and all the expenses, as you can see, are not really a choice. Of course, I have university, and university is a choice, but it's not like fun. Talking about fun, I wanted to talk about it, but yeah, I want to know your opinion. Maybe I'm gonna show you in the next episodes my situation of the past years. In the past years, I used to not spend that much on fun. It was even like 50 euros a month or something like that. I used to stay at home very much, but I used to travel more. While right now, I think that this year I might travel less or do it more in a cheap way. And I started like going out more or spend a bit more. And even though it might sound negative, it really helped me, because it's helping me with my, I know it sounds stupid or like I'm making up excuses, but it really is like that. I feel more productive since I spend a bit more. Of course, I'm not gonna spend like 1,000 euros per month on fun, no, but just spending a bit more, it really helped me, because last year at some point I felt like it was so hard pushing, and considering I don't think too much about myself. I don't have that much confidence in myself. But if there is one thing that I can say is that I think I work more than the average 22 years old. Of course, I work 9 to 5. I go to university and I do this, which might not seem but takes a lot of time. So anyway, just having a bit of fun, not too much of course, but every once in a while really keeps me on track. So anyway, that was it for my earnings and my expenses. Let's talk about my investments. I'm not gonna talk too much about my strategy. I have a video ready. Of course, I still have to record it, but I have in mind to make a video where I explain you my strategy, so I don't have to do it for every financial update. So let's quickly watch it. I just have 2 ETFs. One is called SWDA and the other one is called XDWT. SWDA is it's like an MCI word without emerging markets, while XDWT is very similar to Nasdaq, but it's a bit slightly more diversified. So one is a worldwide ETF, of course, both 100% stocks, and the other one is more tech. As you can see, for every ETF, there are 2 lines. In the first one is how much I invested, and in the second one is how much that ETF is currently worth, how much my shares, of course, are worth. And as you can see, for example, in SWDA, till January, of course, not all this month, I invested 12,054.3 euros. those shares are now worth 16,012 euros and 12 cents. While for XDWT, I invested 9,007 euros point 60 cents and is currently worth 11,573 euros and 10 cents. This, of course, is gross. You can see, in fact, in red that there is the voice Texas. So I don't know how it works for you. Of course, I'm making this channel in English, so I expect you guys to be a bit from everywhere. In Italy, as tax on investments, we have 26% on profit. As you can see, the total worth of the two ETFs combined is 27,585.22 cents. But that's, of course, gross. You have to take away 26%, which is exactly those 1,696 euros, and that leaves me with 25,889.17 cents net, which means that I'm in profit net 4,827.26 cents. So these were my investments. Let's now go to see how my net worth is, how much it is, and how diversified it is. So talking about liquid money, I have two savings accounts, two checking accounts. One is called BBVA, and the other one is just a saving account from the post office. And then I have coins, but yeah, just 55 euros. So BBVA is actually the account where I have my emergency fund, and the one called PostPay is the one that I use as a checking account. I tend to have right now, in this moment, like 500 euros on PostPay, maybe sometimes 1,000, and while on BBVA I tend to keep somewhere around 1,500 or 2,000 euros. I'm gonna make a video also about this, about how I manage my finances, why my emergency fund is this low, and yeah, so let's not talk too much about it. In the voice Directa is my broker's name. You can see all the liquid money plus my investments combined. As you can see, is much more than what my investments were worth, because it was around 25,000. That is because I still have 2,000 euros liquid, because this month I was able to invest again like 2,000. I didn't want to invest all at once, so I'm just ready to invest these other 2,000 euros, which are liquid right now, in the next month. So the last asset is my car. I think this is interesting. I think I can give you some inputs about how to account your car into your net worth. So most people tend to change the value of their car based on how much they think they could sell it for, which is great on paper, because most of the times people tend to overestimate what they could sell it for. And I don't really like that approach. What I used to do is kind of a more appropriate way, but maybe it's a bit too pessimistic, but I prefer to be pessimistic rather than being delusional. So what I like to do is that I got the car slightly more than 1 year ago. It was like in December or November, I don't remember. Anyway, it was 2,500. I bought it for 2,500, and every month I put it in my net worth as 50 euros less. So right now, as you can see, I put it as 18,500 euros. The next month is going to be 1,800. In this way, my idea of how much it's worth is not considered, so I can't be too optimistic about it. I think it's going to be a bit too pessimistic, because the car didn't lose this much value in this time. And using this strategy, of course, one day the car is going to be worth zero on paper, on the spreadsheet, but it's not going to be true. But as I said, I prefer to be pessimistic rather than being delusional and then being very sad in the moment I might have to sell the car. This said, let's get to the most important number, or anyway the one that I'm sure you care about the most. My net worth for the month of January is 30,961.13 euros, which is 1,791.01 euros more than the previous month. I'm pretty happy. I was able to invest. My investments are doing pretty well right now. I feel like they're gonna perform worse in the next month, which is okay. And yeah, talking about my net worth, I think it's average. I mean, I'm happy because I don't have like 100 or a few hundred euros as most of my friends of my age, but of course I don't think it's enough. It might be slightly above average, especially considering Europe or considering Italy. But yeah, talking about goals, my goals for now are to save between 8 and 10,000 every year. I think 10 is very optimistic, but last year I was able to do it, so let's see if I can repeat it this year. And for the end of the year, I know it's very optimistic and might be delusional, but I prefer to set higher goals and then not reach them than set easy goals, then reach them in March and then not being motivated to do more. So my goal for the end of the year is 50,000 euros net. Let's see what I can do. So that was it for today's video. I hope you liked it. Make sure to check the other video, which is live right now. It's the channel presentation. And yes, that was it. Let's see you guys in the next video. Bye.